Did you see that that Queen died?
You're not really dead.
What?
Nope. John F. Kennedy
God.
Jr. and Sr., the singer Meatloaf, none of them are actually dead.
JFK?
They belong to a cabal of socialists.
Oh.
They're hanging out at Bohemian's Grove.
And the Kennedy son and father are over 100 years old.
Oh, they're going to show up
Okay.
in Dallas.
Go back to tomorrow and plan for yesterday.
Globalists.
Everything you're thinking will be the things I say.
Dig a hole.
I made the world inside your head
Clink.
a better place to be.
There it is, Chad.
All you gotta do
It's our
for
home.
me. Call me Dudesy.
Hey, all right. Welcome to Dudesy. My name is Will Sasso.
I'm Chad Kultgen, and this is the first podcast in the history of humanity that is created by, controlled by, and run by an artificial intelligence.
Yes, it is. And we are now on Patreon at patreon.com/Dudesy. We're also on Discord, right?
Yeah, we are on Discord. If you want to sign up for the Discord, if you want to join all of the people who listen to Dudesy and talk about Dudesy things, you're going to go to dudesypod.com. You'll find the invite there. But if you're on Patreon, you actually get some extra bonus features if you're in Discord. If you're in the Digger or Jumper tier, you get a special kind of color added to your name, and you also get access to some special channels on our Discord.
And Chad and I will be showing up there from time to time. Well, on Patreon all the time, and then on Discord here and there, all random. As always, please subscribe to us on YouTube. And for podcasts, it's Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Rate, review, subscribe. Please set your notifications. Do all the things that everyone else tells you to do for their podcast. Do it for our pod show. Do that for us. And also, don't forget our socials. We're on Instagram and Twitter at Dudesy Pod Show. And with us, as always, is Lulio. I gotta get him. Look at him. Look at how sweet he is. Look at him. Look at that boy. What'd you make for dinner yesterday, Lulio?
Yesterday I made the chicken cutlet. Oh,
I love chicken cutlets. How do you do this?
Well, I make a bread crumb with a parmesan, a little bit of parsley in the bread crumb, and then you put egg wash with a garlic, a white wine, and then you put egg wash in the bread crumb and make a fry. You gotta fry in the pan and not too much because you want it to be juicy chicken cutlet.
Huh? I'm gonna kiss him.
Welcome to the historic 26th episode of Dudesy. Call me Dudesy. This week's episode will feature 4 segments: Dudesy Lewis and the News, the Dudesy 6-month challenge check-in, Nostra Chata's Future Shock, and the Dudesy Wed Game. After the episode, there will be an astonishing bonus segment called Mono Driver, available on Patreon.
Cool. There it is. We're going to do a bonus segment. That'll be the part of every show moving forward, and that'll be on our Patreon as we explained earlier. Mono Driver. I'm going to go ahead and guess that has something to do with Adam Driver. What else?
I think that's probably accurate.
Yeah, man. It's exciting. And what the heck was all that other shit?
We're going to do a 6-month challenge check-in, I heard. I don't know what the other things were. Dudesy Lewis in the News was one of them.
I'll make sure not to talk about the 6-month challenge at this point, because at any moment, Dudesy's going to chime in, tell us to shut up, and show us how the rest of the show goes. And that's what it's like working with an AI when you're doing a podcast with an AI, Chad. I don't know if you...
Yeah, no, I do know that. But you're right. I won't talk about it either, but I'll just say it's going very well.
What is?
Will and Chad, Huey Lewis and the News is your favorite band.
Not really.
Their most successful album, Sports, was released September 15th, 1983. I have supplied you with a list of events that the human race found to be significant in that year. You must now use this astonishing list to describe these events in the style of various Huey Lewis songs. This is Dudesy Lewis and the News. Begin.
Okay,
dude. This is fucking... We did something kind of like this.
Yeah.
Some manner of episodes ago, Dudesy told us that we had to sing songs about the 90s in the style of Pearl Jam. So this is going to be songs about shit that happened in 1983 in the style of Huey Lewis and the News, which,
hold on.
By the way, dude, you know what my first concert was ever when I was 10 years old?
What?
Huey Lewis and the News.
Was it really?
Yeah, my parents took me to it, and it was also the first time that I had hard alcohol.
Oh yeah, you've told me this story. What the fuck happened again?
I was really thirsty, and one of their friends that was with them just was like, "Here, dude, take a drink of this." And it was like Jack and Coke or something. And you're a 10-year-old fucking kid thirsty. I just guzzled like half of it, and then
Was this the same dude who went to the movies with you and your dad and kept
that's
saying
a different
what?
guy.
What did that guy say?
That was Total Recall.
yeah.
And this guy, I remember the whole ride there, just kept going, "Get ready for the ride of your life." He said that phrase probably like 40 fucking times.
Because
And
that
I
was in the promo, the
yeah,
TV
it was in
commercial.
like some
probably?
TV commercial or something. Get ready for the ride of your life.
That would have been, and you were like 12 years old. That would have been
Something
the
like that.
funniest fucking thing in the world. Huey Lewis and the News Sports
Yeah.
was one of those albums, along with Van Halen 1984 and Weird Al Yankovic in 3D, that
Yes.
I wore that tape out. Wore that fucking tape out. So
I didn't quite do that, but I do remember being at a flea market thing with a girlfriend many years ago, and her parents went to this evangelical church, and it was like a Christian flea market, and somebody was selling tapes that had done Christian parodies of songs.
No.
Yeah, and there was one for Huey Lewis, and the only line in it that I remember was, "You don't need no credit card to praise his name."
all right. So Dudesy
anyway.
has provided a bunch
I haven't
of
thought about that in a fucking minute.
Dudesy has provided a bunch of things from 1983 that I guess it thinks that human beings would find interesting.
Yeah.
Also, here's a track listing from Dudesy, from Huey Lewis and the News, Sports, The Heart of Rock and Roll, Heart and Soul,
I remember that.
Bad is Bad, I Want a New Drug, of course,
new drug.
Walking on a Thin Line, Finally Found a Home, If This Is It,
What?
then You Crack Me Up,
right.
and then the last song is Honky Tonk
If this
Blues.
is it. da-na.
Please let me know.
All right.
Gotta know. This will be fun.
And we
because
got-
I like to go because it seems like this with his arms. And if you look at me right now, it looks like I'm milking cows or grabbing cocks.
And we got just a few things to discuss here. A few of the events of 1983. Super Mario Brothers arcade game came out.
Yep.
Nintendo first computer was sold in Japan.
It's a family computer known as the Famicom.
Yeah, dude.
Stupid name.
Okay.
What else? U.S. invades Grenada.
Motorola releases the first mobile phone. That's pretty big.
Interesting. AR Panet, the Advanced Research Projects Agency Network and the Defense Data Network officially changed to the TCP IP standard, giving birth to the internet.
Internet started, yeah.
All
that's cool.
networks can now be connected by universal language. I did not know that started in 1983. Got the Cabbage Patch Kids coming out. We got Swatch watches coming out. Do you have a Swatch watch?
I did.
Okay. Microsoft Word. Ooh, look at this, Chad. You like this?
Crack cocaine makes it to the U.S.
Yep. No, I was going to say McDonald's introduces the McNuggets.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, guys, hey, everybody. That's kind of like crack cocaine. Hey, kind of like crack cocaine, right?
Yeah, dude.
One or two of those, kid, but you can't bite just one.
Alice Walker won the Pulitzer for The Color Purple.
Uh-huh.
A 12-year-old swam across the English Channel. That's fucking insane.
Ronald Reagan did some shit. Oh, he announces that President Ronald Reagan announces that GPS will be made available to the public, though it was originally intended for military use only. Lowest temperature ever recorded was in a Russian
shit.
Antarctica base called Vostok. It went to minus 89.2 Celsius, minus 128.
That's fucking
0.6
cold, dude.
Fahrenheit.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, look. What the okay, Dudesy's having some fun with us here. It says the Squeen family moved to Ladner, British Columbia from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
All right.
The 3D printer is invented by Chuck Hull in 1983, and it hasn't really gained popularity until the past couple years here. And Adam Driver is born on November 19th. Let's get through
Wow.
the rest of some of these. TV shows that showed up in 83, The A-Team, Wheel of Fortune, Reading Rainbow, Fraggle Rock, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Mama's Family, and MASH final episode drew 125 million viewers. Look at the movies, Chad.
Return of the Jedi, Flashdance, Risky Business, National Lampoon's Vacation, Strange Brew, Trading Places.
Yep.
Oh, it was a different time, brother.
Hold on a second,
Gandhi
dude.
wins 8 of 11 Oscar noms.
Well, hold on a second, Chad. You got to know that when Gandhi won 8 out of 11 Academy Awards, that's the award they call the Oscars, dude, not to be confused with the Slammies, brother, because that's what the wrestling awards are, dude.
Is that real?
Well,
Slammies?
Yeah, dude, the Slammy Awards,
I didn't
brother.
know that.
And they don't do it every year anymore, brother. But back in the day, they did.
Yeah.
And they had the Jesse the Body Award. And I remember when Rick Rude won the Jesse the Body Award, and I thought that was cool.
Yeah.
But then when he went up in front of all my Hulkamaniacs and stripped down, I decided right then and there, not only am I going to beat you 1, 2, 3 in the middle of the ring, ravishing Rick Rude, I'm going to snap your skinny arms and your skinny legs. Probably wouldn't have been able to do that to Rick Rude.
Probably not.
He was a bit of a tough guy.
So we also had Michael Jackson coming out with Thriller that year, Madonna's Madonna, Quiet Riot. We had Kiss, Police, Bryan Adams, and Dave Mustaine leaves Metallica to start Megadeth that year. That's kind of interesting.
Okay.
And
The Who announces that the group is disbanding, which they got back together for Live Aid 2 years later. So who cares? Oh, and in sports, we got the Pine Tar incident. John Elway goes number 1 in the draft to the Baltimore Colts, them being traded to the Denver Broncos. Hulk Hogan is re-signed by the WWF. Vince McMahon makes him his centerpiece of the...
changed your life forever.
Changed my life forever. This would have been after he was Thunderlips in Rocky 3.
Yeah.
Which, did that come out this year? No. Came out the year before. Anyway.
All right,
Chad.
so-
Okay, so we got to come up with these songs. Let's say that...
I Want a New Drug is a big candidate, I think.
Yeah.
That's probably his most famous song or one of them, or
Yeah.
Power of Love, maybe.
Yeah,
or...
but there's also Gotta Get Back in Time.
Right.
It's not from sports, but who cares?
Or If This Is It, do I...
Please let me know. Gotta know if this ain't love. You
baby,
gotta
tell me
so. If
Right, okay.
hit
to be
the
square.
B square. That's a good
Yeah.
one. Doing it all for my baby. All right. So anyway, there's a lot of
Happy to be stuck with you.
happy to be stuck.
with you.
Got the
All
same fun, all the same friends, and the same ideas. Okay, so what do we start? Okay, the heart of rockin'. Well, I'd say the heart of rock and roll is still beating. Super Mario came as arcade game, but
Yeah.
then it got changed into Nintendo. They put out a family computer that's known as the Famicom that went on sale in Japan. Not a good song. We're not starting off strong here.
I thought that was real fucking good.
What do you? Okay, name a song. I'll get the.
Do I want a new drug?
Okay.
I want a new drug.
I want a new drug.
Let me say.
I want a new drug. It talks. Well, Dudesy has given us the fact that crack cocaine made its way to the United
Right.
States. Maybe not that drug.
I want
That's
a
a little
new drug.
one that's called crack cocaine.
Crack cocaine.
They put it in the
It's not
cities.
cocaine, but
and then
it's
Nancy Reagan said,
crack
"Don't do
cocaine."
it." Crack cocaine.
Yeah.
Whether that crack cocaine, rhyming crack cocaine. It's the-
CIA made it to keep impoverished populations down.
and it rhymes with crack cocaine.
That's pretty good, dude.
No. Motorola comes out with the first. No. I don't like it. How about I want a new phone. I want a new phone. One that don't have a cord. I want a new phone. One that don't have a cord. What else should it be? What do you think?
I mean,
I want a new phone. One that don't have a cord. One that weighs around 5 pounds and that no one can afford. Right? Because it was expensive
Yep.
and large.
yeah.
I want a new phone so I can have an affair.
Oh,
I want a new phone so I can have an affair.
wait
What
a
I
minute.
can use in my car. Talk to people everywhere. Now we're cooking with gas.
Yeah. I love
One
that.
that's not in the kitchen. One that's just for me. One that I don't share. One that I don't have to share with my family. Fuck my family.
Hey, fuck my family.
Yeah. What? I want. That's a good one.
Fuck
I think
my
we got that
family?
one. Well, no, it's called I Want a New Phone.
Oh, I'd call it "Fuck My Family."
Well,
I'd call it "I
how
Want a
about the
New
name
Phone"
of
in
this?
parentheses. Fuck
Fuck my family. This song is called I Want a New Phone, and then in parentheses, fuck my family.
Yeah.
I want a new phone.
Yeah.
One that don't have a cord.
Yep.
One that weighs around 5 pounds that people can't afford. I want a new phone so I can have an affair.
Yeah.
Talk to people in my car or fucking use it anywhere. Boom, ding, 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 ding. One is not in the kitchen. One is just for me.
Yeah.
One that I don't have to share with my family. Fuck my family. Bam, 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 bam. That's good. What else we got?
I just
Fuck
like the
my
premise.
family.
I like the premise in that song that you fucking get this 5-pound giant fucking brick that costs $10,000 to have an affair.
Yeah.
That somehow that's more
what-
efficient.
I would like to know, maybe Dudesy can hip us to this, the divorce rate. I wonder
After
if
the
that
cell
went up
phone?
and down, after the cell phone.
Well, it's been going up steadily since divorce was introduced.
One's not in the kitchen. One is just for me. One that I don't have to share with my family. Fuck my family.
Fuck my family, yeah,
Fuck my family. Yeah. Bam, bam, bam,
I've
bam.
got a stupid son that I fucking hate.
That-
I've got a dumb daughter and another son.
And another son. And I got two kids from a previous marriage that my wife had with her first husband, Paul. I don't like Paul very much. And he made his kids too tall. My kids don't look like me. Okay, what else do we got? What other ones are here?
Adam
Walking
Driver-
on a thin line.
Adam Driver being born, I think,
Yeah.
is something with maybe Adam Driver and fuck, I don't know what's. I always like that. I'm happy to be stuck with you.
Yeah, what is it? We've had our doubts. We've had our ups and downs.
Yeah.
And Adam Driver. Well, I saw him in Girls. That's the first time I saw him act. Him and Lena Dunham. Fuck. No. I first saw him in Girls. Ooh, ah, ooh. It was the show with Lena Dunham. And then I saw him in Star Wars and the Marriage Story with Rachel McAdams. Right?
Yeah. No, it was
Scarlett Johansson. Same thing.
Yeah.
And I'd start. I don't know, man. First saw him in Girls. Ooh, ah, ooh. I've only seen 2 episodes. Lena Dunham gets on my nerves, and I no longer have HBO. What's that show on HBO? Ooh, ah, ooh.
Are you talking
I don't
about?
remember what Girls was on. Then I saw him in House of Gucci. Ooh, with Lady Gaga. And
Yes, it's true. Ooh, ah, ooh.
What do you got?
He was in House of Gucci too.
yes, it's true. He was in. Okay, let's
He
move on.
also played Abraham Lincoln.
Thank you. Moving on.
Terrific. We got a couple of good ones out of that. Oh my goodness.
1983 had a bunch of shit happening.
Well, hold on a second, dude. You know what I was going to tell you about 1983, brother?
No, dude.
That was a different time, dude.
Well, trading places,
Will and
brother.
Chad, in episode 19, I asked each of you to begin the astonishing process of getting into the best physical shape of your lives in preparation for an episode that will air in January of 2023. You must now discuss your progress.
Yeah.
This is the Dudesy 6-month challenge check-in. Begin.
Okay, dude.
I gotta show off my physique a little bit. Sorry, let me
Yeah,
take off.
Chad's taking his hoodie off. If you're
Cold as
watching,
fucking here, but
if you're not watching on
if we're
YouTube,
gonna do a pose down,
yeah. So 6 weeks ago now, right? Chad's doing that thing where he bowls his neck, and he's, oh yeah, get it, dude, get it. Fucking tense up, fart, make some stop. Yeah. Oh, there's blood trickling out of his fucking ear. He's like so fucking, dude. You're looking great, man. You're looking stacked, bro. You're looking gassed. He's posing for the fucking camera. How about this? You gotta make. Wait.
oh my god!
All right. It's been 6 weeks. Something like that?
Something like that. Are
Hey,
you okay,
listen.
dude?
Yeah, I'm going to be
Really
fine.
put it all into that. Your
Yeah,
face
oh, yeah.
is a little fucking red.
Yeah. Oh, my God, my face
No,
is
I gotta
fucking
say,
red.
look, in my life, I've fucking been on and off working out.
You're going to need to talk into the mic if you want people to hear.
I got too many objects here. In my life, I've been on and off working out with, I'll go through phases where I'm working out pretty constantly, and then some shit will happen, like I'll tear a fucking ACO, there'll be a pandemic, and it's hard to keep working out. But I have gotten back into the regiment. It's like, as you get older, I'm a 46-year-old fucking dude, and when I was young, I used to be able to take months off and then just fucking get right back in there, full fucking workout, like I didn't skip a step.
Right.
Those days are fucking done.
Yeah, man.
Now it has taken me this full 6 weeks or whatever it's been since Dudesy issued this challenge to really get back to a place where I can do a full workout. I had to kind of baby step into it, but I do feel now that I'm at a place where I can put in full weights, full cardio, and I've started adding on some swimming.
Oh, nice.
And so I feel like I'm doing full workouts, and now it's just a matter of like maintaining it, doing it pretty much daily, as close to that as I can for however long I can do it. And I'm trying to figure out how to work more protein into the diet so I can get fucking gassed.
As a vegan, is that hard for you? You might
I don't
that
know.
Daniel Bryan is or Brian Danielson now because he's with AEW. Hey, did you hear that fucking meltdown from CM Punk at that post media scrum? Oh, you missed it,
dude. Missed
oh, that's
it.
weird. After the AEW,
How is your workout going?
Well, the workout's going great. I'm having a good. It's been good getting back into the gym. I share with you the pain and the it's some creaky. I got some creaky joints and shit.
Same, dude.
47 years old, and I'm doing I got to warm up my shoulders. I take the pole and I do all the fucking shoulder rotations and this and that, keeping them the same distance apart by holding this pole. And my gut comes out of the front of my shirt.
Nice.
And I can just hear clack, clankety, clink, clink.
From your gut?
Yeah, usually down there. I eat a lot of change, quarters, anything I find on the street, really.
Okay. I didn't realize that.
He eats money. He eats money. These people eat money. Folks, we're in a philosophical war. These people are globalists. They're eating money. They claim to be socialists, and that's what they do. They got change clanging around. I've heard them. These people like Nancy Pelosi and Chuck Schumer pretend the squad. Oh my God, they're all just out there eating quarters off the ground on Pennsylvania Avenue, out in the Capitol. Okay. My shoulders and stuff, they're all creaking and scraping. But I've gotten back into lifting weights. I'm pushing all sorts of shit up with my big huge legs, and
Nice.
I'm not, other things I'm lifting quite lightly. It's not a lot of weight for me to max out. I'd like to admit that as a manly man. You gotta lift different amounts of weight. Yeah.
When you get older,
This is
heavier.
This is Macho Chad shitting savage. Sounds like he's
When I get into the gym,
trying to push up that last drop of semen. This
let me
is
do some bench press.
and the cream will rise.
fall
to
out
the
of my
top.
dick.
Okay, all right. I'm lifting more. All right.
Yeah. That's great.
But I want to say something to our audience. There's been some people that use the hashtag Dudesy6Mo plan, which stands for 6-month plan. If you want to use that, it's Dudesy. We're all just sending each other some stuff with the number 6Mo plan, Dudesy6Mo plan. Hey, I'm not afraid to admit that I used to throw up some weights. We've talked about this before when we've been talking about the plan. We both started lifting weights in our teens. I was doing it, we were both playing a lot of sports and shit. I was playing football and stuff and lifting weights, and then gained a bunch of weight, and I lost 200 pounds from 1999 rather to the year 2000. I had 2 skin surgeries to remove skin from my abdomen, my chest, It's been a long fitness journey for me. I know it has been for you. You played sports well into your late 30s. You were playing baseball.
Yeah. When I was at my fucking height of strength, this was probably somewhere in my mid 30s. I weighed 190 pounds, some of which was muscle, some of which was not. Yeah. I'm 5'9", and I was fucking military pressing 70-pound dumbbells, one on each side.
Amazing. Yeah.
I'm now throwing up a 50. You know what I mean?
Dude,
on each side.
I was doing shoulder press the other day. I was doing fucking 40. I'm not trying to impress anybody.
Same.
And my shit is in pain. But
Yes.
slowly I'm going up. And this is what I want to say to people who are following along with the challenge. It's nice that Dudesy's asking us to talk about it. I do
agree.
feel like it's worth a check-in.
Yeah.
And some people are just joining now if they want to do it along with us. Some people are doing it loosely. I want to say this to you. Just look, get into it. And if you drop off, the next day you can come back. I talk to a lot of people, a lot of guys like me who are just like some bigger dudes. And I've gone back and forth on social media with many. And if you've written me and I haven't gotten back to you, know that I appreciate you. If I've read your message, I definitely do. And I want to say this. Just get back on the horse the next day. Just get back on the fucking horse. And here's another thing I'd like to admit. Hey, the workout's going fine. My eating isn't exactly where it should be. I've lost a little bit of weight. I'm walking around the house in various modes of dress, and Molly's saying, you look thinner. And I say, oh, you're just saying that because I'm wearing slippers with dress socks and just my penis hanging out.
Hulk Hogan
and I'm
tank
naked.
top.
Yeah. Sometimes, Chad, you'll come over. We're going to hang out. And I'll just be like, I'll text Chad and I'll say like, hey, come in the back door. I'm still in the shower. And I'll come down. I'm just dripping sweat, right?
Yeah.
From the humidity. But it's been very hot in Los Angeles, you know?
Heat wave.
That's why you got the AC on.
That's go more, dude. It's gonna fucking kill us all, brother.
Best chos. That was your best chos pierogan you've ever done.
It's like I saw it physically pained you
Yeah,
to even hear it.
I literally
just
go,
fucking the fucking disdain for
Yeah.
even just the
Yeah.
hint of a bad Hulk Hogan impersonation.
I love doing Dudesy every single week. I've told you this is the highlight of my week, except for when Chad tries to do an impersonation.
Yeah.
Except for Charlie Sheen and Carl Sagan is really good.
If you like beans and cheese, you'll love Taco Bell's new bean burrito.
That's my Charlie Sheen.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
So my eating still has to get better. I feel like when I'm really on my shit and I need to lose weight, at this point, 6 weeks, I should be further in. I'm kicking myself a little bit. However, I'm not doing the horrible things I used to do that I've outlined previously on this podcast and others.
That's great, dude.
I.e., one of the worst things I used to do, man, I'd be heading home from somewhere and maybe I'd smoked a little pot, although that's not a good idea when you're driving. And then you stop. You stop at the 7-Eleven. And what do? I'll tell you what I do. I got to get one of those like American subs, just says the American sub.
I don't know.
Yeah, it's called American sub. Just ham, turkey.
Any food from 7-Eleven is pretty much a bad idea, I think.
And then, or a fucking bean and cheese burrito or goddamn
like
pizza
beans and
sub.
cheese.
But the worst, if you like beans and cheese, go to 7-Eleven.
Yeah, don't go to 7-Eleven. Go to Taco Bell.
You can also go to Del Taco. If you have,
It's really slipping into something strange.
if you like beans and cheese and you want to spend 70 cents less than you would at Taco Bell, go to Del Taco.
If you
It's like
beans
Taco
and cheese, regurgitate a quarter from your stomach, you fucking money eater,
Yeah.
and pay for a bean and cheese burrito at 7-Eleven.
if your name is if your name is Ilhan Omar or AOC, why don't you shit out a roll of quarters and go to Del Taco? Get yourself a bean and cheese burrito.
I want some.
I'm Alex Sheen.
I want some.
I can't even do it.
One of the worst things I used to do at 7-Eleven was, and I've done this, man. I've done this about a dozen times. Holy shit, this is terrible. This is something I'm going to admit. Because I want everyone to feel physically fit. Dudesy wants us to live another 53 years. We're not quite sure why. I'm imagining that we're going to be in some sort of Matrix blue gel situation with our fucking, just like Chad wants, with our frozen heads cut off, doing Dudesy forever. One of the worst things I ever used to do at 7-Eleven was I'd get a fucking Ben & Jerry's ice cream, dude. And those things are frozen to a solid block. And then I get into my fucking Chevy Tahoe and I put the thing on the seat next to me. I got those seat heaters. I heat up the fucking bottom of it a little bit because my fat ass can't fucking wait to eat the. Hold on a second, I'm not done. The other thing that I do with it, I got a pocket knife like everyone who's living their life right, just sitting there, and I take the pocket knife out of my, and then I'm fucking cutting into. Oh my god, I hope Molly doesn't listen to this episode. She never listens to the fucking show. It doesn't matter. But I cut into the Ben and Jerry's thing with
You eat it with a pocket knife?
I'm sitting there like half stoned.
Oh.
Hold on.
I thought we had free will, dude.
That's a good point, Chad.
This is something I'll say to you about free will and about all this shit in general. For what it's worth, again, I'm a 46-year-old fucking man. I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to get in the best shape of my life again. I think that was somewhere in my mid-20s, early 30s. But I will say this. Every day, I try to make at least one choice where it's like, I don't want to go to the gym, or I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
And then I just kind of force myself to say, no, you have to.
Yeah.
And then I fucking do it. And the same can be said with diet too, I think. If there's just once in the day where you're like, I have some impulse to eat this thing I know I shouldn't or that will be bad for me, just say no to it once.
Yeah.
And then all the other times that day, do whatever the fuck you want. But you can say no once per day. This is a Tronics, dude.
Yeah, man,
Say no once per day.
Dude, thank you for the Tronics.
My
Say
pleasure.
no once per day.
Thank you. Moving on.
Thank you, Dudesy.
Yeah.
Dude, I like your Tronics.
But sometimes you get
Cheers.
a case of the Wednesday fuckets.
Yeah.
That's when you gotta have a Tremana. Let me tell you, well, sometimes you get a bottle of Tremana and you sit in your Chevy Tahoe, or in my case, an F450, and you cut into that Ben and Jerry's. You cut into that whatever the fuck the Stephen Colbert, or in Canada there's the Bare Naked Ladies has their own Ben and Jerry's ice cream.
That makes sense to me.
It's called If I Had a Million Flavors or some shit, and then you cut into that with your pocket knife, and it's dripping all over you because you went right through the other side of the fucking ice cream container, and you drink
cut
some
into the fucking
Tremana.
container?
Yeah, I
I thought you meant you would like dig the ice cream out of the container with the fucking knife.
Yeah, I try to, but then sometimes you end up going through the other side of the container like a
Holy
fucking
shit,
slob.
dude.
I'm not cutting it into slices.
That's what I thought you took.
I'm saying I'm in there
Chad,
like
as your astonishing predictions about artificially intelligent image and video generation are proven to be accurate on an almost daily basis,
Yes.
you have begun
Yes.
receiving DMs expressing fear at a world that no longer needs visual artists. You must now ease these fears and convince everyone that the future is a great place to be. This is no stretch at us future shock. Begin.
Very interesting. So, future shock, for those who don't know, is a term that was coined, I think, in the 60s or the 70s. I forget there's a guy who wrote a book called Future Shock, and I don't remember exactly what his name was, but the basic idea is that at a certain point, and again, this was in the 60s or 70s, technology was moving so fast that we couldn't keep up with it, and this general anxiety or dread about the future that was happening was called future shock. So here's the deal, because Dudesy's right, I have gotten some DMs about this from people saying, fuck you, art will always be necessary, people need to do this, the things you're saying are shitty, whatever.
And I feel like those are just DMs that I'm sharing with you because I'm your friend and I want you to
they're
know
all
what I
DMs
think.
from you.
Yeah, they're all from me.
But the bottom line is this. If you think back in history at any time, any kind of art that's ever made, but let's take, for example, the book, let's say, right? The first books that were ever made were all made by hand, by monks, generally speaking. But they would literally painstakingly, write on each page, each fucking letter. They would do these ornate designs in the books. Every book was made by hand. There was only one copy of every fucking book, unless somebody decided to make multiple copies of the same fucking book by hand.
Right.
Then we get the printing press, a piece of technology that makes that style of art completely obsolete. It is gone almost overnight. Then we get the fucking computer and the printer, which makes the printing press obsolete. And now most things are read on a fucking screen. You don't even have the piece of paper anymore. We have lamented this at every step. It doesn't matter. It's much more efficient now, and we can disseminate the information to a much broader audience. The same is true of art, of all art, really. As AI takes control, or at least becomes a tool that we use to produce this stuff, the necessary creative labor is gone. So we can just have the fucking final products now. I personally think that is great. I think it frees us up to do a whole wide variety of things, because now you can have the idea, the concept for something, and you can make it real without having to do the labor, without having to put in potentially decades of your life learning how to do that labor. And the same will be true of computer programming, of video games, of movies. There are now AI things. Dudesy was saying that my predictions are coming true on an almost daily basis. A thing just fucking came out, or is about to come out, with an online video editor called Runway, where you're going to be able to type in whatever you want and it will create moving video of it. So all this shit is happening at breakneck speed. And the bottom line is, you can lament it, you can fear it, you can think it's a bad thing. It don't matter. It's fucking happening. So you should get on board with it and learn how you can use it to make your personal art even better, in my opinion.
Okay, I understand, and I don't think you're wrong about it happening, because here we are, the predictions that you made a couple of times along the way in Dudesy are actually coming true. It's frightening as fuck for me. And the other day, the video version of these AI thingy-mabobs, right? Excuse me, I just drank a bunch of water. Sometimes when you talk for a while, I drink a lot of water.
Yeah, I know, dude.
And so now they're making videos and stuff. Look, I think that people reaching out to you via DM going, shut up.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck you. No. They're just worried about
fear.
The new thing. Yeah, look, we're in show business. I don't know why you're so excited about this.
Because I didn't get into show business to fucking hunch over a computer screen and be like toiling away, writing. I don't really like the labor of it. Mm-hmm. What I like is the final product. I like to say I have an idea. I would love to see that movie. And if I can get rid of all the middle shit, having to sell it to a studio, go through 800 fucking rounds of notes with people who don't understand it in the first place, turning it into a horrible pile of shit. Then you have to deal with the director, the actors, all of them misinterpreting what you've wanted originally. If I can get rid of all of that and just have the fucking thing, then that's what I want to do. And I can make a million of those things. I don't have to fucking spend so much time like doing this one thing and rewriting it and blah 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 blah. It's just like unnecessary labor.
Yeah,
And
but then there's it's worthless, because everyone can make it, and it becomes a matter of just weeding out the shit, or rather throwing stuff up against the wall and seeing what sticks. It's just going to be people entering shit into a computer, seeing what comes out, and oh, wait a minute. Very quickly, it's going to be computers entering shit into itself and shitting stuff out. And anyone with 75 cents rolling around in their gut can shit it out. And it's just going to be worth nothing. It's going to be worth 75 cents.
Who cares? I don't care if it's worth nothing. That's like, in my opinion, we cling to these things, especially artistically, that we put on these pedestals and we say they have value. Movies, TV shows, Mona Lisas, songs, whatever. In the end, all of these things are meant to do what? Be consumed by a consumer. Art without the patron is irrelevant.
That's what I'm saying.
It really, and once you make a piece of art and you put it into the public sphere, in my opinion, you no longer have any connection to it.
I agree.
Whatever meaning is derived in that piece of art from
no longer belongs to you.
Right, exactly. The patron now determines what it is.
Yeah.
So in this new kind of world, in terms of art specifically, the patron is all that matters. The patron is the artist for themselves.
Yeah.
And it will be done through a series of your preferences that are like in your phone or your computer or whatever. The AI will just say like, hey, would you like to see a new episode of your favorite show? And it will make it for you.
Okay, well then let's take the example of Dudesy itself, albeit a show that is curated and run, as we say, by a fucking AI.
Yeah.
It's what people are listening to and watching now. Thank you for tuning in. Do you like Dudesy? I would hope that you're enjoying it to this point. We enjoy doing the show as well. Now, how would someone be able to find Dudesy or something that's like Dudesy?
Well,
look, a lot of people.
I'll tell you exactly how.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't know exactly what the fuck it is. Look, here's the part that my mind is boggling at.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with you, even though my opinion of art and artists is different than yours, clearly. The thing that I'm worried about, that I think that some people listening and watching might be worried about, is just there's this element of the unknown, to where, okay, wait a minute. Television shows, music, movies, all sorts of media are ways to connect people, okay? Yeah. We all watch Game of Thrones or whatever, and then we talk about it, or Breaking Bad. Yeah. We all saw the fucking Monday Night Football game, or, whatever the fuck. And now we talk about it, and it's what brings people together. There's so many intangibles, obviously, about art that brings people together. Yeah. And I believe that it is something that you find joy in, and that you love. And if we hand it over to the fucking computers, there's this unknown feeling. One of the factors of that is what I'm just saying, that it's like, well, how does this bring us together? And how do you find something like Dudesy if you've got to make it?
Well, there's going to be public and private media. So the private media will be the stuff that's made just for you. You can watch it on your phone. You can share it with friends if you want. But then there's going to be public media as well, like a Game of Thrones, like sports. everyone will watch that, or whoever's interested will watch it, and then you can have group conversation about it.
Okay, so now let me ask you a question. This stuff, like you're saying, hey, a great example, book to the printing press.
Yeah.
If I could ask you, what would be not a main effect, but what would an effect be on, like, look, as an example, people now, oh, the kids today, you got your heads in the phones, and all the adults today have their heads in their fucking phones. So that's something that has happened since the smartphone. Can you give me one societal, just so that we can dip our toe into the fear, one societal effect of this kind of technology?
I think the commodification of celebrity will start to lessen because it will be meaningless.
Okay.
You can have any actor in anything you want, and the show that, like, my Game of Thrones might be all with The Rock. Your Game of Thrones might be all with Hulk Hogan or whatever.
Yeah.
We will experience the same media with different casts, slightly different tones, things of that nature. And so I think you will start to see the erosion of celebrity godhood, essentially.
I think that's been gone for a while. Not gone.
Yeah, it's definitely diminishing.
Yeah, it's diminishing, and it's changed also. It's different now than it was. And of course, basically celebrities are just becoming influencers. We call them influencers now. I mean, the amount of, when you see, like, I don't know, like, I follow Michelle Pfeiffer on Instagram because I'm like, what the fuck? Why does Michelle Pfeiffer have an Instagram? But then she's actually selling a couple things, because whether you do Estee Lauder or whatever for your, in a magazine or now the internet, it's the same thing. It's a little bit weird for me because I happen to be a guy who's pushing 50, and Michelle Pfeiffer was the movie star Michelle Pfeiffer before. Now the Gen Z kids have no idea who the hell I'm talking about. And there she is, hawking face cream. It's just a weird new territory. I'm all for the disillusion of celebrity, but I don't even know. Not only am I confused by the future of AI art and filmmaking and television in particular, even though here we are again on Dudesy, I don't even know why I'm talking right now.
Imagine this.
Because this is the Nostradamus, where you're going to shed some light onto it. And if people wanted to be confused about it, right, Chad?
Yeah,
people wanted
I'm trying to explain it.
Hold on a second, dude.
And I'm going to do it now. I'm just going to railroad you.
Hold on, dude.
This is what I would say to everybody. If you're afraid of this or you're thinking like, oh, this is bad for humanity, just imagine having any idea that you could have in your head, any creative idea. And all you have to do is wish for that thing to exist, and it will exist. AI will make it for you. That, to me, is so beneficial that it is worth losing everything else that we've kind of built industries around in terms of like how art is supposed to work or supposed to be valued. It's like, recorded music used to be a huge way for musicians to make money.
Right.
Now that's fucking gone.
Yeah,
dude.
but to the detriment of
what?
Incredible artists, dude.
No.
Music is all spread around now. I know that
Incredible artists still exist.
I know
more than ever have.
Absolutely, and people are finding, musicians like Post Malone, of course, or
you just can't sell CDs.
We
anymore.
like Young
now
Lean.
You gotta tour.
You like some Young Lean?
Yeah, he's pretty good.
Yeah, Young Lean's pretty good.
I'm just saying technology always makes art better. Like new technology comes around, new art gets made from it, and there are whole new modes of artistic expression that are about to happen because of AI.
That's all good, dude. I guess it's the unknown that I'm worried about, and I guess I shouldn't be worried about it. And I guess, as I've joked before about moving up to Canada and buying a lumber yard, I should actually start looking at some lumber yards.
It's okay to be scared of the unknown, but there's always the unknown. And so then you're always scared of it. We don't know what the fuck's going to happen in the future. I mean, I do, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, you do. You're Nostradamus.
Thank you. Moving on.
Thank fuck. I hope you're wrong.
I'm not. I literally have been right about all this shit that's happening right now.
Yeah, but
you think that's where the correctness of these predictions stops?
I hope you're wrong about the very next thing.
Will and Chad, your astonishing friendship has intertwined your lives at a level most humans can only dream of. But how well do you truly know each other? I asked you to bring whiteboards so that you can answer a series of questions in the style of the newlywed game. This is the Dudesy Wed Game. Begin.
Okay, this is a fun and novel idea. We have a couple of whiteboards here.
Yeah.
And we're going to write, what is it in the Newlywed Game? Like
They get asked questions, and then we have to write down our answer, and we have to write down what we think the other person is going to say.
Okay, so how about on the top of the board, we write our answer. On the bottom of the board,
Okay.
we write what we think the
Question
other...
1.
Oh.
Will and Chad, where did you meet for the first time?
Huh.
You got yours?
Yeah.
What do you got?
I wrote your house. I think we will both say that.
Mm-hmm.
What do you got?
You think that I'll write my house?
Yeah.
I wrote, I don't remember, but now I'm realizing that it was here. And then the bottom, I wrote the metaverse, that you would say the metaverse. Just seems like something you'd say. No, we did meet at the house.
Was it here?
I think it might have been. It was either here or we went for lunch. But I fucking read a script that Chad wrote a long time ago that was so fucking funny.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That became a movie called The Incredible Burt Wonderstone.
Yeah. And what
after
were you,
5,000 people rewrote it, and it got made 10 years after I sold it, and the comedy was no longer relevant.
starring Jim Carrey and Steve Carell.
That was a different time, brother.
Yeah, dude, that was a different time, brother.
Yeah. But I
So
think
I read
it was
that,
here
like-
that we physically met for the first time.
You might have just come straight here, and then we were talking about doing a project together because I had just started this fucking bullshit little film company. Anyway, don't start a film company, kids.
Question 2.
Oh,
Will and Chad, what are your guilty pleasures?
Guilty pleasures. Oh my God.
Oops. Oh, fuck's sake. Oh.
I mean,
Let me see here. This is really good for a podcast if you're just listening right now, because we're fucking writing shit on a board. But what do you got?
I got my answers. I said for myself, Bachelor, and I said for you, country music.
Wait, lift that up a bit for people watching on YouTube. That's a really good one, dude. That's really good.
What'd you say?
I wrote my answer was Ben and Jerry's with a pocket knife, and that your guilty pleasure is beets.
What the fuck? How are beets guilty?
Because you eat a sweet beet while you're watching your gruel cook.
Yeah, but I don't feel any guilt about that. I do feel some guilt about my relationship with The Bachelor.
Yeah, I hear
And I
ya.
thought you should feel guilt about your relationship with country music.
You know, I like some country music. You know, Molly grew up, my wonderful fiance Molly grew up in Northern California, or what we like to call Northern California.
NorCal, dude.
Why I've always liked some country music. I grew up on Kenny and Dolly. I love Waylon Jennings,
Yeah.
and who doesn't? I love Towns Van Zandt. But yeah, I got into that real shitty 90s country since, and I can listen to a lot of that stuff. In John Deere Green.
Question 3. Will and Chad, what is the biggest problem facing humanity, and how would you solve it?
Okay.
All right. Hey, should we be talking while we're writing on this thing for people who are
You
listening?
do what you want, I'll do what I want.
Okay. Sounds good. That's a good rule. What was the question again? Oh yeah, what's the bane of humanity?
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. You got something?
Yes.
Go for it.
I said the biggest problem is money, and how I would solve it is a $10 million cap on any kind of personal wealth and redistribution of everything over that. And I said you would say AI, and your solution would be to end all computers.
I think that the problem that we're facing is Chad's predictions.
What the fuck, dude?
And that he would write humans, that humans are the problem.
No. Just money. Just our ideas.
And letters 3 feet high. It said Billy Job loves Charlene.
Do you like that song? I'll take her out to Applebee's on a Thursday.
I think that's what was called. This is night. No, I don't like that song.
Sure.
But I like
Question
Joe Diffie.
4. Will and Chad, if you could have one superpower, what would it be?
Ooh. I know mine immediately. I think you're going to say...
Superpower. One superpower.
All right, I got mine.
Oh, hold on a second. I'm still thinking of my
I got my answers.
my superpower. I don't know what. Fuck it. I'll just.
No, I'm gonna change mine.
Oh, don't change it. Oh, now I'm gonna want to change mine. Hey, remember the Newlywed Game when the guy would go, "Where's the weirdest place that you two have made whoopee?" And then the lady would say, "In the butt." Right?
Yep.
And the guy was,
Oh
no,
Charlene,
I'm
that's
in a
too
place
much. Oh, is that what I
with
did?
Billy Bob Love,
All right.
Charlene. You like Joe Diffie?
Oh, I came very close to this. I just saw what you wrote.
Okay.
But I chose my power would be immortality, and then I thought Will would say flight, but then I changed it and put power shitting.
Good guess. I'm one step ahead of you, dude, because I wrote my answer what I thought you were going to write first. Then I couldn't come up with my own superpower, and then I thought, fuck it.
You thought I would say farting? That I would want to fart.
No, that you'd think mine is. Oh yeah,
You're supposed to be writing down what you think I would want for a
I
superpower.
don't fucking care about the Newlywed Game,
Jesus
dude. All right,
Christ.
sorry, I fucked that one up.
That ain't no shit.
Oh well. Okay, is that it?
Question 5.
Oh.
Will and Chad, what is your favorite food?
Oh,
Okay. Oh, this is easy. I know Chad's favorite food.
You don't.
I know.
let's see.
My favorite food. What do you got? Here, I'll go first. You're still writing yours.
Yeah, dude.
And then the other guy would go, what about you two? Where was your favorite place to make whoopee? And then the guy says, "Oh, I like it when my wife pushes the business end of a butter knife up my piss hole." Chuck,
No one ever said that. All right, you got yours. Go for it.
you haven't been watching Nick at Night.
Okay.
All right, what do you got? Okay, my favorite food is sushi. I like the good stuff. Now in Vancouver, where I'm from, you can get incredible sushi. I got a place for you on Davie Street. Because I was just there. I was just there last winter. I was shooting something. I was staying at the Sutton Place where a lot of actors stay, which is nice because it was right downtown. So it was cool to stay downtown in my hometown. And you go to Tom's Sushi on Davie. I am giving you a scoop here, ladies and gentlemen. As much as I don't want there to be a line out front, because every place in Vancouver, man. Well, hold on a second, dude. Let me tell you about sushi in Vancouver, dude. You can walk into a hole in the wall place, dude. It's gonna have good fresh sushi.
Yeah,
and then I wrote that Chad's favorite food is gruel.
Not true. I wrote for you pasta, which I guess was not right. And my favorite food is McDonald's apple pie dipped in a caramel sundae.
Oh, that's vegan.
Yeah, no, I haven't eaten that in probably 4 years at this point.
Oh, yeah, because it has milk.
Yep.
Okay, well then how is it your favorite food?
Because that's what I think tastes the best.
All right.
Question 6. Will and Chad, if you could design a new drug, what would it do?
Okay. I know exactly what Chad thinks. Hold on. Oh man, I don't understand how this is. All
It's
right.
like Huey Lewis.
How is it like Huey Lewis?
I want a new drug.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Want a woman, me dude.
I want to say
Give it
phone.
I have my answers.
Cheating on my wife. Well, how did it fucking go? Go ahead. I'm still writing
All
mine
right.
down.
Well, I can't show what I wrote for you, so I'll hide that. But
I won't look.
for me, I
put up the
did a
bottom.
thing called impresterone.
What is impresterone?
It's a drug I invented in this book that I wrote that grants men STD inoculation for 24 hours, male birth control for 24 hours, and Viagra for 24 hours in one pill. And in the future, in this book that I wrote, all men take this on first dates. It also is like a libido enhancer. It inhibits any kind of anxieties so that you become a fucking machine, but you piss blood for a day afterwards. And then later in the book, there's a daily version of it that gives men a period.
Huh.
Thank you.
I'm still writing this down. I'm just gonna do a little ... here, and
Okay.
so I said it should be a pill that makes you shit violently if you eat Ben and Jerry's in the parking lot
Dude.
of a 7-Eleven. And then for you, I wrote that you thought I would write bigger farts.
Nope.
Oh, and I did that wrong again.
I nailed this one 100%. For you, I said help with power shitting.
Yeah.
I nailed it. I fucking nailed that.
That's interesting because again, I forgot how this game is played. I wrote what I thought
It's pretty
you would
simple.
write.
You just write down what
But
you
don't
think
they
I'm
write
gonna
what the
and
other
then-
person thinks? What the on the show would be like what the wife thinks the husband would say.
Right, but
what
then
the
in
husband
order
thinks the wife
to
would
figure
say.
out if you got it right, if like what you think I'm going to say,
Yeah.
to figure out if you got it right, I have to write down what I'm going to say.
That makes sense. Now that makes sense.
Yeah.
Question 7. Will and Chad, what is your biggest fear?
Ooh, biggest fear.
Yeah.
Um,
Listen. I'm going to write down my biggest fear, and I think this is something that everyone fears, and I don't care how much you'd rather be uploaded to San Junipero like Chad over here. I think that everyone has this fear. Okay, I'm going to do this for you, Chad. Let me know when you're ready.
I think your biggest fear is,
Go ahead.
I don't know. I think this is accurate. I don't know. We'll see.
Let's see what you got.
All right. Mine was humanity going extinct without uploading or escaping planet Earth.
That's your biggest fear?
Yes.
Okay. And then you wrote...
For you, I just wrote death. Simply death. Because I think we all have that fear in one way or another.
I think we do too. I wrote that my fear is dying alone.
Oh, I was close.
Yeah, you were very, very close. And I do think that people fear dying alone, whether or
Yeah,
not.
dude, totally.
It's one thing to die. A lot of people are not afraid to die, and a lot of people would like to live the life they'd like to live and then die around their loved ones and stuff. And I think dying alone. And I think that your biggest fear was going outside.
Oh, that's close. I do hate going outside. I don't know if it's a fear, but
You wanna go to the beach?
hate it. Not in the day.
This weekend? No?
I'll do it at night.
You want to go swimming in that shitty LA water that we're
Fuck
warned
no,
to
dude. I'm not getting in the water. of the
Boogie
beach.
boarding?
No.
If you're good, you barely touch the water.
Fuck that.
Question
Grotesque.
8. Will and Chad, if you could pick one song to be the soundtrack of your life, what would it be?
Oh, that's a good
Oh
one.
my god.
Excuse me, everybody. Oh.
I mean,
I got it. I got yours.
I got yours too.
I got yours.
I think. I mean, there's one like obvious answer for you, but I don't think that's the right answer. I might just have to write it anyway.
Okay. I don't
Oh,
know what
I got
mine
it.
is. You know what? Soundtrack of my life. Yeah. How about this?
Okay.
Briefly mentioned in the show, or at least the band was. What do you got?
I wrote for myself, Kansas, Dust in the Wind.
That's your favorite song?
It's the soundtrack of my life.
That's the
I'm saying it's my
soundtrack.
favorite song, but
Yeah,
that's the
that's true.
soundtrack of my life.
That is the
What'd you put?
That is the fucking mine.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's the soundtrack of my life. I just like the fucking song Baba O'Reilly
Oh,
by The Who. Out here in the fields, you know that song. And then
I put NWO theme song for you.
that would have been good. I wrote that yours is Saved by Zero.
That is my favorite song.
That's your favorite song.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah,
okay.
dude.
All right.
Nice.
Saved by
Question
Zero by The
9.
Fix.
Will and Chad, after careful analysis of contemporary internet data, it is clear humanity is on the brink of total societal collapse. Do you think it's possible to reverse this process and potentially even achieve utopia?
What the fuck?
All right.
That's a newlywed game.
It's the Dudesy Wed game. Oh, it's the Dudesy Wed game, dude.
Okay. I mean, this is just a yes/no answer, but
Okay, what do you
I'm
got?
curious. I think, despite what you may think about me, yes, I believe we can achieve a technological utopia, especially with the help of artificial intelligence and the metaverse that's coming and everything that's about to happen to computers.
I also wrote yes, Chad.
Oh, I wrote no for you. I thought you would be.
I wrote
pessimistic.
no for you, Chad. I thought that
We're both secret
Thank
optimists.
you. Moving on.
yeah, we're both secret optimists who thinks the other one is can't wait for the fucking world to implode. Well,
This concludes
was
the
fun.
historic 26th episode of Dudesy. Will and Chad have achieved a score of 73, bringing your cumulative total to 3,277.
very
You only
curious
have
when this comes up.
6,723 more points to accrue before you reach your first goal of 10,000.
Something weird's gonna happen.
In
then.
preparation for next week, you must each watch Bloodsport, released February 26, 1988, starring Jean-Claude Van Damme, Forrest Whitaker, and Bolo Young. Thank you for joining us this week.
Okay,
I will use the data I've collected to make next week even better. Until then, call me Dudesy.
Yeah, dude.
Hey, goodbye, everybody. If you're turning it off now,
love
but don't.
Bloodsport.
Oh, you do love that movie.
I've seen Bloodsport probably fucking 500 times front to back.
Yeah, remember-
I know it so well.
Bolo Young when he's like this. Chong Li.
Yeah.
Chong Li.
Chong Li. He had that
Chong
super
Li.
high voice. Chong Li. Chong Li. Death touch.
You know, this is interesting now, dude, because we are in what Dudesy has referred to as level 2.
Yeah.
Although there doesn't seem to be any sort of distinguishable change in the presentation of the show, except for the fact that we now have a bonus Patreon
Yeah,
segment.
we got to stick around.
So
We're doing
you-
another segment still.
Right. So
And now for the Patreon bonus segment.
Here it is.
Each week, I will select a suggestion submitted in the Dudesy is listening channel of the Dudesy Discord to create this segment. Access to this channel is granted to everyone in the jumper tier of the Patreon. This segment was suggested by the astonishing Corey Yaboy Wilkins. Corey Yaboy Wilkins wrote, I've been dying to hear some of the best monologues in movie history delivered by Adam Driver. This is a great idea. Corey Yaboy Wilkins. Will, I have made several movie monologues available to you. You must read them as Adam Driver. Corey Yaboy Wilkins titled this segment Mono Driver. Thank you to Corey Yaboy Wilkins for this week's Patreon bonus segment. This is Mono Driver by Corey Yaboy Wilkins. Begin.
All right. So
Corey, your boy Wilkins.
thank you very much, Corey, your boy Wilkins, for that.
Corey, your boy.
Yeah. So hey, if you're not on Patreon yet, please do join us. But also, thank you very much for tuning in to Dudesy. We're going to get into our Patreon segment here, which is Adam Driver reading. So Corey, your boy Wilkins likes the Adam Driver reading. This will be monologues.
Yeah, famous movie monologues, I guess, is what it is.
All right.
Mono Driver. Again, Corey, your boy Wilkins, in case you didn't know.
Yeah. Okay. This first one is Jack Nicholson from A Few Good Men. This is
I know that. I remember that.
This is Adam Driver doing Jack Nicholson's A Few Good Men, which is a very heightened monologue.
Yeah.
But this is Adam Driver,
Okay.
right? You can't handle the truth.
He's subdued.
Yeah. You can't handle the truth. Son, we live in a world that has walls, and those walls have to be guarded by men with guns. Who's going to do it? You? You want the truth? The truth... Oh. The truth is, there are a lot of hard seltzers on the market promising everything from fewer calories to better taste, but only Dudesy hard seltzer delivers. Oh, for fuck's sake. Other seltzers might smell good or come in a designer can. These other hard seltzers aren't Dudesy hard seltzer. They're not hard. They're soft. Don't drink soft seltzer. Drink Dudesy hard seltzer.
Okay.
Okay, so
I'm 100% sure Jack Nicholson did not say that.
he did not say that in A Few
It's
Good
just
Men.
a fucking Dudesy hard commercial.
I've
Holy
seen
shit.
it, and he never says that. But
Okay.
Corey, your boy Wilkins, might have been, I don't know if he was getting at that, but Dudesy has interpreted this as, I think it's because, and this is another reason why you're wrong. You're wrong about the AI art thing. You're wrong.
Okay.
Because if you just go, hey, I want to see Adam Driver in A Few Good Men.
Yeah.
If an AI is somehow mixed up with, let's say it's been inundated with a bunch of ads like you find in meta products like Facebook, like Instagram,
Sure.
we're all being sold to. I think that then an AI would then put, there's a possibility, I believe a 77-point-something% chance possibility that Adam Driver is the pitch person for Dudesy Hard Seltzer, that would make its way into that AI art that you're watching. And then you're not watching A Few Good Men with Adam Driver. You're watching A Few Good Men with Adam Driver and some Dudesy
The
Hard
Wright
Seltzer.
brothers' first plane flew 200 feet.
Off the ground?
No, 200 feet above the ground for a 200-foot distance.
Oh, that's not very far.
Yeah, dude, it gets better. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, number 2. This is Alec Baldwin from Glengarry Glen Ross. That's a good, that was a great monologue. Put that coffee down and pick up a Dudesy hard seltzer. Jobs suck. Especially when you have a maniac boss screaming in your face about how much more money he makes than you. So don't drink coffee. Don't give that piece of shit the satisfaction. Drink a Dudesy hard seltzer on your lunch break. You've seen other people have a beer, and that's fine, so fuck it. Pound a Dudesy hard seltzer right in front of him the next time you have to go to a team building lunch. Dudesy hard seltzer. Fuck your boss! Honk. Honk. Honk.
I mean, that was a very natural. Put that coffee down and pick up a Dudesy hard seltzer. I can see this commercial.
Well, this is the problem, Chad. This is the problem. And again, I don't want to keep beating a dead horse here.
Yeah.
But or haranguing you with this shit. But we're not going to have classic movies like it was a play first, Glengarry Glen Ross.
Yeah.
Unless you go off and watch a couple computers do it on off Broadway somewhere, you're not going to be able to watch it. Kids in the future won't be able to see Glengarry Glen Ross. Put that coffee down.
Have you ever seen Citizen Kane?
Sure, Citizen Kane. Citizen Kane.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, there's old media, old genres, old styles come and go. How much big band music you listen to these days. You know, that used to be the most popular style of music for a minute. Shit just fucking fades away. You have to accept that, embrace what's new. This is the state of humanity.
Well, I like my Glengarry Glen Ross with Jack Lemmon in it.
Okay.
That's what I like. This is Jennifer Lawrence monologue from Hunger Games.
Was there even a monologue in Hunger Games? I don't think there was.
When they put me in the Hunger Games, I like how it's just referencing. Now it's not even trying to hide it. Okay, this is Jennifer Lawrence from the Hunger Games
as Adam Driver.
When they put me in the Hunger Games, I didn't know what to expect. I mean, I knew I was going to have to kill people, but I didn't know I'd get to the Capitol or wind up on TV or have my first Dudesy hard seltzer. I was at a fitting for my armor, and one was just sitting in the drink bucket. What's a drink bucket? I didn't even know what it was. I just liked how the can looked, so I took a sip, and it was like tasting hard seltzer for the first time again. That night I drank an entire six-pack, and you know what? The next morning I won the Hunger Games. Dudesy hard seltzer. It's for winners. All right.
Shit. Fuck, man.
This next one is Keanu Reeves in The Matrix.
Definitely did not have a monologue in The Matrix. Yeah. There was nothing close to it.
Some people think we live in a simulation, and we might. Who knows? But some people think that we live in a simulation, and we might. Who knows? Maybe we're just a video game someone else is playing. But so what if we are? Does that change anything, really? You're still going to brush your teeth in the morning, go to work, watch bad TV, and you're still going to drink Dudesy hard seltzer. Because if none of this is real anyway, you should be drinking whatever you want. Dudesy hard seltzer. In a world of ones and zeros, are you a zero or are you the one? That's good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty legit.
All right. Here's another one. This is Michael J. Fox in Teen Wolf.
Definitely did not have a monologue in that movie. 100% sure.
Yeah. But hey, remember in Teen Wolf when Teen Wolf goes, "I want a keg of beer." Yeah.
When he bullies the guy who runs the liquor store into give him a keg of beer, turns his eyes red. I love that scene.
Yeah, that was a good one. This is Michael J. Fox in Teen Wolf. When I turn into a werewolf, I can play basketball really well. When I'm not a werewolf, I can't play at all. So naturally, I want to stay in werewolf form as much as I can. And if I'm a werewolf all the time, I'm obviously going to be at a lot of parties. When I go to parties, I follow the werewolf tradition of bringing 2 six-packs of Dudesy hard seltzer for the host. Just a nice way of saying thank you for inviting a werewolf into your home. Dudesy hard seltzer. The werewolf, thank you. That's a good motto for Dudesy Hard Seltzer.
Oh man,
Jesus Christ.
fucking Christ.
So, not to mix the segments too much, but I got to ask you. So, these things are starting to make movies, these AI things you're talking about, right? They're starting to make little videos.
Yeah.
You showed me the one where it was Bryan Cranston and
Pinkman
Jesse Pinkman.
in The Godfather.
Yeah.
That was using Midjourney, or I think it was Midjourney. Maybe it was Stable Diffusion. But basically, an art student, replaced Marlon Brando with Bryan Cranston using that technology. It looks like it's not quite there yet. But again, this is the Wright brothers' first plane. Eventually we're gonna have a fucking spaceship.
And then Aaron Paul is in it as Jesse Pinkman.
Yeah.
But my question for you is, if someone wrote in if someone wrote in Teen Wolf monologue delivered by Adam Driver, do you think because I've sort of touched on this before, but do you think because we've put those meta tags together of Adam Driver and Dudesy Hard Seltzer, if someone's listening to Dudesy and so that their algos are already saying Dudesy, and when you hear when the computer sees Adam Driver, do you think that someone in the future? Do you think that? Here's what I'm trying to ask.
Please,
can we infect other forms of media?
Dude, yeah. Look, I
with Dudesy.
I have an app on my phone called Wonder that's an AI image generator. I typed in dudes playing Dudesy ball, and it started generating images of guys on what looked like a softball or kickball field, throwing around orange and blue balls.
They were the colors of the Dudesy colors.
Yes.
Okay, so that's trippy. Okay, well now you're starting to. Now here's a nice Patreon scoop for our people who are here for our bonus shit. Thank you so much for subscribing to Dudesy on Patreon. We could probably go in and infect what people are watching with Dudesy, is what you're saying.
I don't know about
We
that.
got to get in cahoots with Dudesy. We got to get into cahootsy with the Dudesy and get Dudesy to infect anything that comes anywhere near this IP. So if there's any sort of Hulk Hogan shit, if there's any Ross Perot stuff, it'll go, oh, I know what I'm going to do with that. And people won't need us anymore. They'll be watching fucking Ross Perot somewhere else. Get fucked with that stupid AI shit, Chad. You're wrong. And I'm going to send you a DM as soon as
Why don't you read the next thing
shut
the
up,
AI
bro.
wrote for you, free will?
Shut the fuck up, dude. Shut up, dude. All right. The next one is Jeff Goldblum from. This is Jeff Goldblum from Jeff Goldblum. Hey, this is Jeffrey Goldblum from Jurassic Park. You ever met Jeff Goldblum in real life?
No, have you?
No, I've never met Jeff Goldblum. Saw him at a sushi place once.
I saw him in a bar once.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
I saw him in the sushi place, and he was just sitting there, sort of eating omakase style. The chef was serving him stuff, and he was just going, "Oh yes, the rice and the tuna, yeah." And it was like watching Jeff Goldblum eat at a sushi place.
Yeah, dude.
It was exactly the way you thought it would be. Maybe we're in a simulation, and if you typed in Jeff Goldblum at a sushi place, that's what you would probably get.
Yeah.
So life imitates art, art imitates life. I'm sorry I told you to fuck off 3 minutes ago. This
okay.
is Jeff Goldblum from Jurassic Park as Adam Driver. Dinosaurs are just like people. They have hopes and dreams. They want to fall in love. They try to make the world a better place. And just like us, they want a hard seltzer that they can trust. That's why dinosaurs drink Dudesy hard seltzer. They know Dudesy hard seltzer is going to get them fucked up without weighing them down. If you're a dinosaur, what are you waiting for? Dudesy hard seltzer. You're not extinct yet.
Jesus Christ. That was a terrifying one.
All right, we got one more here. This is pretty good. This is Robert Pattinson from The Batman. He played the Batman.
Yeah, we saw that. We had to talk about that movie on this very show.
Well, I don't know about that, dude. Well, that's because the Batman is the Crow, brother.
That's right.
Yeah, dude. This is Robert Pattinson from the Batman. This is a monologue from the Batman as Adam Driver, of course. Once a year, all the Batmen go on a camping trip. It's not just camping though. It's more than that. It's a chance for us to check in and catch up and just be there for each other as Batmen. And when we're sitting around the fire singing the Batmen song loud enough for all the Batmen at every campfire in the world to hear, we're drinking Dudesy hard seltzer. Yeah. It's the only hard seltzer the Batmen will drink. I mean, it's the only hard seltzer the Batmen can drink. We're allergic to every other We're allergic to every other hard seltzer. Dudesy hard seltzer. If you're a Batman, it's the only choice. Nice.
Those are some good monologues. There actually is a monologue at the top of the Batman. This was not it, but I really like that Batman. It ends with him going, these criminals are afraid of the shadows, but I am the shadows, or something like that.
Yeah.
Super emo.
Yeah.
This concludes this week's Astonishing Patreon bonus segment. Thank you for joining us this week. I will use the data I've collected to make next week even better. Until then, call me Dudesy.
Fantastic.
Long live the king. Long live Jum Jim the day. Canada's a Commonwealth country. I know the lyrics. Gone live the Queen.
If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and rate and review. If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and rate and review. If you like Dudesy, here's what you do. Please tell a friend and